I think next time we should decorate them while they're flat and then they should dry.
Oh, that's genius. Then you'd have to do all the angles.
Yeah. Cause like, oh, how are you gonna decorate in there?
That's what they did with the camera.
Like that. Mine lost an eye. Oh, getting naughty boots. Hello, welcome to another video. If you're new here, I'm Amelia. Please call me Millie. And we do thrifting here, and we make things, and we just chat about life, and I share my travels with you. So if you like any of that, please watch and please subscribe to the video, to the video, to the video, to the video. Off to work. I need to do washing, so I'm wearing a dress. Guess whose car failed its MOT? That would be my car. Oh my god, it's made me so stressed because my MOT decided to run out on a Friday. Oh my god. And I'm walking to Coffee Bucks because it's like the only cafe in walking distance in the industrial estate that I'm in. I'm like, this is not what I need today. Oh my goodness, I've got such bad anxiety that I need to salute. That is so TMI, isn't it? I'm just having to voice note my dad. Trying to arrange for someone to come and get keys for me. Hey, my car finally passed. Yeah, my car definitely needs a service, but we're fine. We're roadworthy for now. I've just been to AGK. Raspberry lemonade. Excuse me. I've got a few really cute things, and I think. Oh, I've shut my coat in the door. Excuse me. There's another charity shop I want to go to. I drive past it nearly every single day, and I've never ever been in. so I think we're gonna drive over there and go. And I've got loads of like adrenaline because I was panicking about not having a car for a few days while they need to order the part for the pump, so my car would be road legal, and they didn't need to do that because they managed to fix it because it was a different issue. And now I've got this pent up energy, and the walk to Coffee Bucks didn't get rid of any of that. So I think some more shopping is in order, and then I'm gonna go home and do some tidying because I need to. Great content, great. Okay, so yeah, bye. Hello. It's freezing. I am just reading the last bit. I've got tape stuck to my foot. Hang on. Tape. I am reading just the very last couple of pages of this book, Twin Blades by Noelle Upton. It's so good. It's so good. I have steamed through it as fast as I can, but also trying to take my time because, you know, to have the story for like in your mind for the first time is a wonderful thing. And yeah, I just wanted to keep hold of it for longer, and I'm obsessed with it. It's so good. I want to read it again as soon as I finish these last couple of pages. I just want to start it again. Go, let's read it all the way through to the back and then go and start again. Yeah. I've literally done nothing. I'm not even in good lighting to talk to you. I've literally done nothing but read the book in my free time. The pace was great, the characters great, the story's great, the world building's great. Yeah. I love it. I love it so much. Like, I need more. Like, I need 15 more books. I need a TV show. I don't know, it's so good. It's so good. Yeah. I've literally been spacing out just in the world, ooh, I wonder. I've had dreams about it. Really enjoyed it. Oh. And the twists and turns weren't predictable, and yeah, just so good. And my fantasy that I normally read is more like dragons and magic and stuff. It's a different kind of magic and fantasy. It's more, I don't know, but it's so good. I purchased it on a whim because I saw some TikToks about it, some reels or whatever about it. I was like, go on, I'll give it a go, and I'm so glad I did because it's fantastic. So yeah, read it if you like. I'm gonna have a shower because I'm frozen and I need a shower for work tomorrow. And yeah, I've got purple eyeshadow on today. And my car fast at 7:80. And you can tell what time of the month it is for me. And that's also when I'm having a shower to just boil, you know. And then Hey is home at 8 after his shift, and we're gonna have curry, I think. Actually, I'm going to come off from filming and text him to see if he wants a togo. But no, that costs money and we should really have a house. So I will take the curry out of the freezer and we shall have that. Because that's the adult responsible thing to actually do. My hands are so dry. They're so rough. Got like a Borg Hello Kitty jumper on and it captures everything. Did you get got? Did you? Off to work. I saw something on Vinted, so I have that parcel today. Cool. Hey, made me a coffee. Got my tampon bag and a book.
Disco balls, aren't they?
Yeah.
It went somewhere.
Oh. Where did it go?
I've forgotten.
Oh.
But I've forgotten where it went. Hey. Go like this. I don't care if it is dark or what. Sounds like every day's a chill day unless it's working. Oh.
That looks cool. Hello, it's editing Amelia. Don't mind how I look, I've just woken up. I realised I never introduced the video, so hello, welcome to the video. I spent my Saturday with my nephew, just having coffee, hot chocolate actually, and going and sitting on a park bench and enjoying the autumn wintry vibes. And then we went back to my flat, my apartment, and we decided to do some sewing because he likes to sew, I like to sew, and then I was just teaching him some like best practices and stuff, like having your needle in the fabric before you turn it and lifting the foot up at the right time, and then doing reverse stitch and holding the stitches, holding the cottons at the back for the tension, and just like some other things, and then like finishing off your pieces and yeah. So we did that. And so we ended up making a patchwork pillowcase that he took on with him to home, and a little bag that he made that he took on to home as well. And then I also have him next weekend, so we're gonna have a sleepover, and I'm not sure what we're gonna do. Obviously not putting him in the video because he is a little boy. He's my little Neff. So yeah, there's kind of like bits and pieces of him, like the back of his head, I think his chin, but I didn't want to put him in the video because the internet is weird. So yeah, but obviously I like to share because the memories and everything, and then yeah, anyway, I also did my first gingerbread house of the year. We got it from Lidl. And I think we got one from Sainsbury's before, and it was gross. I don't know if you're actually meant to eat your gingerbread house or you're just meant to make it and be like, that's nice. But, and like nibble a corner, but hey, and I eat our gingerbread houses. And the one from last year or the year before was gross, but this little one was really good. It was like Hark or something like that. I can't remember what it was called, but the packaging was really cute. And I do really enjoy a gingerbread house. And then I went thrifting because I was freaking out over my car not passing its MOT. And there was so many logistics that my brain was like, I was literally like in pause. My brain was like, And I think the receptionist at the MOT place was like, go get a coffee. You're like short circuiting. I was like, she's like, get a coffee. Oh my god, get a coffee. Go away. Calm down. So yeah, I did that. I went thrifting at like some of my favourite places. A place that you see most in this video. Oh my god, that red sofa. If you'll see it, just watch the rest of the video. But that red sofa, I want it. But how would I get it into my flat? And then in a year or so, we're moving it back out of a flat. We already have 2 sofas. Do we need a 3rd sofa? No. But anyway, chatting your ear off. It's nearly been 4 minutes. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe. It would be really helpful because there's like 80 something of you now, and that's insane. Yes. And we'll get back to thrifting and sewing and general life-ness soon. That's not something you see every day. I was slugging a building. Looking downstairs, I was like, oh, and I saw him. Her. Then. They. It's first frosty morning. Hopefully there's no neighbours. No, we're good.
That looks not actually really nice. Do we zoom on it? Zoom in on that person.
Just because your mummy's in charge of your phone, I wouldn't have to do it. Yeah.
Shop and buy that.
Next have change.
Yeah.
What?
Can you press one?
This looks good, doesn't it?
Oh, and this one. It's dead, dude. Dead. She's dead.
This one.
Please begin to unload your shopping.
Hello. That's not mine. It's early morning, you can tell because when I smile my top lip disappears. My goodness, I should have thought about stringing a sentence together before I turned on something to say. Hello, this is like the end of the video, but I wanted to share, I guess, that unbeknownst to me, I started writing a book. I just had ideas in my head and just started writing. And normally I write down my dreams and like expand on them a little bit and make them into like a scene or two. But I'm like 18,000 words in. And here we are. And I literally think about, oh, maybe my character could do this later. And oh, maybe I can do this and blah, 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 blah. And it's just a fun thing to do. It's really, really fun to do. Yeah, it's not edited. It's literally the first draft of a first draft. But I'm just writing it and it's just coming out. So I'm just going to continue to write it. He seems to think that someone's going to want to publish it. I don't think so, because I'm not a writer at all. That's probably my weakest subject at school, but I enjoy storytelling, and I'm just gonna go for it. And I've been really trying to stop lisping, but it's really hard. I don't think my tongue is that long. Is that long, but I'm trying. Yes. Anyway. Should I tell you something about the story? Let's get on. Let's get back on topic. And I say it's early morning, and the lisp thing is annoying me to no end. Okay, so my character. I'll hang on. So far. Oh my god. So my character is a wing officer. She basically is a warrior, a fighter for her home. She lives in a place called the Barracks. It's all very like military focused and army related, and so she's a wing officer, like a flight officer basically. And she has been training for battle for years, has been on missions, I want to say she's in her like mid-20s, but I really haven't thought about it. So yeah, she's been on missions and stuff, and then she is being sent on a mission that's really, really far away. And yeah, so she's being sent away to a place called Ballymena. I'm literally putting in names that are important to my life. So that's where I was born, in Northern Ireland. So I'm putting in names of places and things that are important to me. So she's going on a mission to a place called Ballymena. And that was where I was born, in Northern Ireland. And then she has like her family who also are part of the like war effort kind of thing. And then she's getting sent away, and it's really, really far away. And it's Ballymena in this story is south, and she lives really far north. And then so she goes with an elite team that she's worked with before, and they fly on dragons and stuff because it's the fastest way to travel. And then it's meant to take them about 5 days to reach Ballymena, and then a couple of days in they stop and make camp, and then they get attacked, and then loads of things happen, and then she wakes up in some like really nice but weird castle, and she thinks that she's died because of the attack, but the goddess of death isn't there. Everything she knows about what she's read about the goddess of death isn't coming true, and then she starts to think maybe she isn't dead. So yeah. So I don't know how to explain the story, but during their ambush, when they've stopped to get supplies and things, she runs to a dragon that's like her friend. Like for some reason the dragon had waited for her, so she runs to the dragon. It's not her dragon, she didn't get a dragon in the picking, and she just mounts the dragon, puts on her friend's like war helmet, and goes. She's badly injured, and then somehow she falls off the back of the dragon, and then she wakes up in this castle. And then she heals, and then she keeps having weird dreams about the same library, and she's like, what the hell about this library? And then she thinks about her dad, and how her dad used to read to her a lot, and used to like let her read books in the library, and then she stopped all that, and then she had to get into training. And then when she's in the castle healing, she sees a man watch her sleep, and then she finally is awake. He finally sees her awake, and he talks to her, and she's like, oh my god, what language is that? I have no idea what language that is. And she just looks confused. And then he motions like, take the helmet off, and she's like, no. And he's like, oh, English. And yeah, so they talk and everything, and then she escapes from that castle. I'm so tired, sorry. So she escapes from that castle, and then she rides on a horse, and then she rides for ages, and then she reaches a place called Edin. Again, it's an old word for Edinburgh. I literally can't think of names, so I've literally been like, what's an old word for Edinburgh? What's an old word for England? What's an old word for blah blah? What name is important to me? Oh, this one. And there's like tension. I mean, I think there's tension. I'm trying to build tension. I'm trying to write tension, which I've never done before. So yeah. So she keeps this war helmet on that she's put on over her face, and it covers like about here. So her eyes are free, but it covers quite a lot of her face. So her captor, the guy that watches her sleep, can't really tell what she looks like. But she doesn't. So there's a maze that comes to see her in the castle when she's healing because she fell off the back of a dragon. He gets the maid to like draw her a bath every day, and she just pretends to use it. Like she'll like wet her feet and like wet a bit of her hair that's under the helmet that comes out. And I think like they realise that she's not washing, she's not taking her helmet off, she's not being in a compromising position, because she's like, I can't, my like training won't let me become relaxed in a situation like this. And so he kind of like forces her to have a shower. She like relaxes into the bath and like finally takes her helmet off. And for some reason he like sees her for the first time. He's like behind the door, like making sure that she has a bath. And she like leans against the side of it, and like her face tilts up so he can see like top half of her face, and he's like, oh my god, whoa. And then she like turns because she hears him, but he's already out of the room, he's gone. And she doesn't see him again for ages. And then she gets some clothes from a maid who decided to help her, and she escapes into the stable yard, and she gets on the back of a horse, and she just goes. And then she rides and rides and rides and ends up in a place called Eden, which is the old word for Edinburgh. Yeah, and then she keeps having dreams about him. Keeps having dreams about the library. She in one of her dreams, she's in the library and the guy's writing a letter, and she leans over and realises it's a letter for her mother, and he's like, well, you know my mum, weird. She like also calls out to the dragon she fell off of, and I'm trying to like build lore, which is really, really hard, of a world that I'm just not thinking about, I'm just writing about. So I'm trying to keep it consistent. Yeah, so you like to like call a dragon, you don't just be like, oh hi dragon. You like put your fingers to your head here, you like put your fingers to your head, and then you close your eyes, you go, and then you touch your fingers to your heart, and then you think about your best moments with the dragon, and then you like call to them. You don't just shout like, oh hi dragon. Yeah, I'm trying to think of, actually, I just thought it was like an easy thing to do. Like, you can do it running, you don't have to stop, you don't have to pause, you can literally be like, yeah, so you do that. But she doesn't hear a dragon, she's like, for God's sake, some miles away. And she finds out she's in Eden, and she panics, and she goes into a bookshop. And there's like a really, really short guy there who works there, who owns the bookshop, and he like helps her, and he keeps calling her my lady, and she's like, I'm nobody's lady, I'm not royal, I'm not anything, like what are you talking about? And he does the like thing to summon dragon, but it's also like a secret bow to other members of the barracks. So outside the barracks you wouldn't be taught that, you wouldn't see them do that, that's like a private thing. And he's doing it, and so the man's doing it to her, and she's like, what the hell, how do you know that, how do you know our secrets and stuff? And then he explains that he knows a warrior from like 30 years ago from where she is, and that he travelled with the warrior back to the barracks and healed him and looked after him and taught him some things. Yeah, and and the man knows who she is, and he doesn't know who she is. He knows where she's from her helmet, and he knows that it's a war helmet, and she's like, "What? How on earth do you know that?" Yeah. So the short man got rescued basically by her father from years ago, and she's like, "Oh my God, what? You knew my dad before I did. You had memories with him that we don't share," and she feels like a lot of like pride and loss that her father went against his training and helped an outsider, and let an outsider live, basically. And then the man's basically like, "I will lay down my life for you, my God, blah blah blah," and then they exchange names, and he's like, "What? Her name's Belinda," because that's what I decided to name her. And she's like, "Yeah, like, my name's Belinda," and he's like, "Wow, that is just so incredible, because when I was with your father, he wanted to name a daughter of his daughter in the future Belinda, because her name would be bells and she would be ringing about the bells of change, and then she has like a really weird name, blah 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 blah, and then the guy who's been watching her sleep turns up in the bookshop, and basically they have like a little like hide and seek moment, and then she climbs out a window, and then just as he reaches her, she like looks at him through the window and drops down onto the roof, and then like runs away across different roofs of Eden. Yeah, and then she makes a plan, and then she realizes that she has to have loads of supplies with her to make the journey back from the castle area, but from Eden all the way to the barracks, like it's thousands of miles. So she has a pack, and like she's running, and she finds a horse that she can run on, that she can escape with, and it just looks like a normal horse, but like a strong, powerful horse, and she runs and runs and runs and runs and runs, and then it's like so many days later, and she's like, "I need to stop, I need to like replenish, I need to rest, I need to wash, I need to just like do everything I need to do." And so she finds some water, and her and the horse like play in the water, and then all of a sudden the man who's been watching her sleep like appears, and then she's like in the water, and she's like really still, and she's like bobbing about like this, and then she sees the man who's been watching her sleep, and she's like this in the water, like really really low in the water, as low as she can go, like not moving, trying to not be discovered. And then the man who's been watching her sleep calls to the horse, and the horse just gets out, and then you realise that the horse she stole is his horse, and she's like, "Are you kidding me? I've stolen his horse yet again." And then for some reason the horse decides to distract the man that's been watching her sleep, and she waits until they're far enough away that she can really slowly climb out of the water, get on her clothes, and just run. Like, she's a warrior, she's trained, like she can run. And she goes for it. She has a pack on her back, and she is just sprinting. And then the man gives chase, and then it's like a whole thing. And then she like dares to look over her shoulder to see how close the man is, and he's like really close, but because she's not concentrating on where she's going, she rolls her ankle and she hears it snap, and she's tumbling, and she's tumbling and tumbling and tumbling, so with such force, because she was running so fast, because she's a warrior from the barracks. She rolls off a cliff. She plummets and rolls down, and then for some reason you hear the guy who's been watching her sleep scream, "No!" as she disappears and off the cliff. And then I'm just writing about what happens next. So yeah, this is purely like, and then in my dream I did this, and then in my dream I did this, but I'm really enjoying writing it. So I'm just going to continue to write it. I'm off to work, and I've written more of my book from when we last spoke, and I really like it. It's such a nice book, and I wrote it myself. It's literally a storm in the UK.